President Trump said yesterday the U.S. Saudi civilian nuclear deal will now depend on Saudi Arabia signing onto the Abraham Accords. That's the Middle East peace agreement that normalizes relations between Israel and Arab nations. Well, the president's demand came after the U.S. and Saudi Arabia signed the deal Wednesday. It's not clear if this requirement is listed in that agreement. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt discussed this at yesterday's briefing.
This agreement is still being worked out. It will eventually, hopefully, be finalized with the condition that the president spoke about this morning. But this agreement in particular, as it's been discussed thus far, does give priority access for American companies in the Saudi nuclear energy program.
All right, CBS News correspondent Michael George is here with a deeper look at the Abraham Accords. Michael, good morning. Tell us more about what this is about.
Errol, good morning. All right, let's break this down. So before the 2020 Abraham Accords, Egypt and Jordan were the only Arab nations to formally have diplomatic relations with the state of Israel. Bahrain and the UAE signed the Abraham Accords in September 2020, and Morocco signed a few months later in December. Sudan and Kazakhstan have also committed, but they haven't fully normalized relations yet with Israel. Now, in the years since signing the agreement, the UAE, Bahrain, and Morocco have collaborated with Israel on security matters, including publicly announced joint military exercises, along with sharing defense and intelligence resources. And there's also been growing economic cooperation, especially between the UAE and Israel. The total cumulative trade between the UAE and Israel reached over $14 billion between September 2020 and March of this year, according to the UAE's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Errol?
Before this agreement, what was Saudi Arabia's attitude toward the Abraham Accords?
Yeah, that's an important thing to talk about. So Saudi Arabia stated multiple times that it would not normalize relations with Israel without it committing to a path to Palestinian statehood. Now, last February, the Saudi Arabian Foreign Ministry reiterated it, quote, will not establish diplomatic relations with Israel without that. Now, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed last September and again last November that there would not be a separate Palestinian state. Saudi Arabia so far hasn't commented since President Trump said yesterday that the nuclear deal depends on the kingdom joining the Abraham Accords.
Very interesting there. Michael, thank you.